Don't worry, it's gonna be edited.
Okay.
And you're on.
Hi everyone. Welcome to the first
Blooper for the first blooper. And 3, 2, 1, action.
Hi everyone and welcome to the first episode of Mama Panettone with me, Caroline. The very first panettone we're going to try this season is this one. Gran Ducale Cioccolato. It has chocolate cream and pieces of chocolate inside. The way we're going to go about our panettone review is we're going to go through specific measurements such as how the unboxing is, the flavor, the taste. I'll take you through them as we go along. The first category that we're going to be looking at and reviewing is the unboxing the experience. So whether it's in a box or a bag, it all goes under experience. So let's take a look. So as you can tell, this is a carton box. There's no way to open it from the top, so we have to go through the sides or we have to go by the bottom. I've chosen to go through the sides just for convenience of storing it back inside the box later. Not an easy open, but that's okay. I'm a professional. So, take a look at it. Here it is. Feels solid. So this panettone is 750 grams and it retails for approximately $10 depending on which store you're going to. They have a variety of flavors all within the same range and all the same price range and the same size. Okay, so as usual, we'll go through the paper and we'll cut a slice. Okay, it's cutting well, not much resistance, which is good, possibly indicating it has some nice moistness and some good texture to it. Right now, everything is pretty traditional in terms of box paper, the paper around as well. Looks chocolatey, that's for sure. So the exterior is looking as expected from the picture on the box. There's nothing on the top, no candy pearls, and no frosting. And the inside looks almost like the picture. So chocolatey. If we had left it in the bag and put it on top of the radiator for a little while, not too long, don't want to start a fire, but it would melt the chocolate inside and then it would be even more chocolatey. So here's the first piece we're trying here. Has a good sponge factor to it, as you could see. If you put your finger in it, there's a good amount of bounce back. Your finger doesn't sink in to suggest that it's too raw. So that's good. I guess we will take a piece from the bottom chocolatey part. Okay. The flavor is good. It definitely tastes of chocolate, so that's good. When you take a bite of where there's the chocolate cream, it's obviously going to be a bit more moist in texture because of the cream. When you take a bite of just the dough part, the bread, it's a little drier. Not the driest I've ever tried. So let's start with that rating then. So on moistness or dryness, I would say that on 5, I would give it a 3 on 5. So it's two on 5 for dryness or 3 on 5 for moistness, not to get things confused. So it's about in that middle range. I guess that's something that I would have expected out of a brand like this, in that middle, in that low to middle price range. So it's not shocking, but it's not a bad thing. It's good. It's hard to do this review with a piece in my hand and not eat it. So just thought I'd mention that. The flavor does come out quite nicely when you're eating a piece of either the cream or the chocolate pieces. It's not, the dough, the bread part is not chocolate flavored, which is okay, because then I think the sweetness would be too high. So flavor wise, I would give it a 5 on 5 when you get to the good parts. Sweetness level, it's not overbearingly sweet. The chocolate itself is more on the dark chocolate side than the milk chocolate side, so it evens out the balance of sweetness with the surrounding dough to the chocolate. And the cream itself isn't too, it's not too fake tasting, but it's not real chocolate. So sweetness level, I would give it a 3.5. The exterior, as I mentioned, is nothing crazy like you see on the box. So I would have to say 4 on 5 because it is being true to what it's indicating, and it is as expected. Also, because it's chocolate, I'm happy there's no sugar pearls or extra crunch on the top. It would just be too sweet. Okay, what am I missing? I've done exterior, sweetness, texture, and flavor.
Yeah, well, texture you did moistness and dryness, but I took it as 3 out of 5 for texture.
Yeah. So my last two categories, the first one is value. Would I buy this again for $10? Yes, I would. I don't think in that price range you're going to get many panettone that are this quality. You're probably going to get something with a much drier texture. There is quite a lot of chocolate pieces in here as well. So would I buy it again? Yes, I would give it a value of, I have to say 3.5 on 5. And lastly, my overall experience is going to be a 3 on 5, sorry. There are things that could have been improved, such as the texture. So that could have been improved, as well as, you know, maybe it could have been a bit nicer looking. However, that does come with a price tag, so it's something to consider. This is very much an everyday panettone that you can have. I can imagine other flavors being in the same, having the same experience with different flavors. I wouldn't get something with too much of a cream because I would fear that it doesn't taste like the true either pistachio or lemon or the true food that it's supposed to be, and it would just taste sweet. So I think chocolate is that good balance. However, I still plan to try more, and we'll see how those other flavors hold up. So yeah, I think this is a good everyday one to open up, have around in the house, take bites. I wouldn't necessarily bring this out at my best Christmas meal. So with that, thank you for sharing the first ever Mama Panettone tasting experience. Hope you have a good day, a good evening, and tune in for the next episode.